21 feet. This is easy. Look at that, guys. Definitely. She performs, and she performs well. Hello, welcome back to the Guns and Outdoors channel. Hope you're doing well out there. Today, we're going to do a tabletop, and then we're going to go out to the range and shoot a fantastic pistol. It is the Langdon Tactical customized version of the famous Beretta M9 92. This is known as the 92 Elite LTT, and you're going to see that it's the RDL for the red dot optic. We got a nice SRO installed here. This thing's going to be awesome. But first things first, I'm going to give you guys some interesting facts, a couple small nuggets of historical information that nobody, and I mean nobody out there on the YouTubes, has shared before if you go out and look at other Beretta M9 videos, because I'm going to share my own family's history with and around Beretta firearms. So make sure that you please hit the like button down below. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. We're going to go back, way back. 1526 is the year. One of the Berettas provides 185 arquebus barrels to the Republic of Venice over in Italy. From then on, Beretta goes to become one of the oldest firearm company, even into modern days. And if you look at the math on that, that's 500 plus years of innovation and guns and all that. Now we're going to go ahead and fast forward to a more modern day timeline. We're going to pop back to the 1980s. 1980, Beretta U.S.A. formally opens up a plant in the United States, and it's up in Maryland, specifically Accokeek, Maryland. 5 years later, 1985, Beretta receives a U.S. contract for manufacture of the M9 service pistol for the U.S. Army. 3 years after that, 1988, this is where my stepfather, named Thomas Leon Valeros, comes into play. He is working at FN Manufacturing. They're making guns and machine guns and parts and barrels for the military as well, down in South Carolina, and he goes up and joins Beretta as the plant's operations manager, subsequently moving us kids up to Maryland, where I go on to finish out high school. 1989, Beretta USA begins manufacturing parts for the M9 pistol. And it's big there, right? Because they're trying to set up operations. They were previously in Italy. There's a lot of subsidiary companies in Beretta, Bonelli. They make fantastic shotguns. Back then, the big thing was the military contract. So, of course, they're now tooling up with the M9s. A year later, 1990, all M9 pistols are officially produced, tested, and accepted at the Beretta USA factory. Year after that, yours truly, I graduated high school. I joined the U.S. Navy for a life of adventure and travel in the high seas. Unfortunately, as I look back, all of my commands, for whatever reason, on shipboard life, we were still carrying the Colt 1911s. In 2008, my stepdad retires as Vice President of Manufacturing after 20 years of service, excellent service at Beretta USA, and by extension to the United States and its armed forces. 6 years after that, 2014, Beretta runs into problems in Maryland. They do their extreme anti-Second Amendment gun laws in the state, put too much pressure on the manufacturing, so Beretta finally pulls the trigger and they move out of the state to the free state of Tennessee. 2017, to finish out the timeline, introduced Sig Sauer with their P320. It gets adopted in the military as the M17, which goes on to replace the M9, and you guys know the rest of that story. The M9 showed itself to be a ruggedized pistol, having passed extreme temperatures, drops, many rugged environments. Went through 2 Gulf Wars, if you think about it, one in the 90s, right, and then 2003 and onward, as well as the early days in the global war on terror. Now, if we look at the numbers that my stepfather and all the people that he worked with to arm the troops, upwards of 350,000 pistols left a factory that have roughly 380 employees in it. So they were going nonstop for a long, long time. Kudos to those guys. We really appreciate them. All right, all that good quality product hitting out for our young men and women in the armed forces. All right, that was a fantastic run. Nowadays, the pistol continues service in the civilian market, and that is not a bad thing. You can still find them in and about. That's kind of the wrap on that. We're getting ready to do the tabletop. Hope you enjoyed my family's history with Beretta. By the way, did you forget to like down below? How about subscribe? Or I'm supposed to tell you guys at least 2 times to get you to do that. So here's your reminder. And oh yeah, my stepfather knows and remembers a young and talented Ernest Langdon, who was working in the service department back in the day. Yeah, he's come a long way, that guy, hasn't he? Competitive shooter, all that good stuff. Ernest Langdon with his M9 Elite LTT that's been modernized, and he's made these guys great again. So stand by. Let's get to it. So we've got, for comparison purposes, a Model 92A1 here. Both of these are from Tennessee originally. And then we got the star of the show, the Elite Langdon Tactical LTT. If you look at overall length of the slide, we're coming in at 8.4. Our width is 1.5, and the weight is 34.8 ounces. That's a little heavier, and that is unloaded. Compare that to a Glock 17, which is at 22. But listen, we're aluminum frame, we're steel slide. This is going to eat and absorb and be a great, great shooter. So whether you're a competition guy, you're shooting on the weekends, you're taking tactical training, you want to carry this appendix or IWB, or if you want to put your vest on in the winter and go outside the waistband, you can certainly rock this. So just be mindful of the weight. There's ways to work around that. Magazine capacity is 18 rounds. It's pretty standard. Magazines are made by Metcar out of Italy, who makes most mags for most pistols. What I do like about it is a little 92 on the side. So it's going to keep you from getting your magazines mixed up, because to me, these look like CZ mags, Canic mags, any of that kind of stuff. They'll start to look very, very similar. All right. 1573 as configured. The owner did originally purchase it with a slide. You can see iron sight here with a nice fiber optic red rod in the front. You do get your front serrations with it, and it is nice. He purchased it originally like this, then he went back and bought the RDO slide after the fact and put on a beautiful Trijicon SRO. So much glass, so pointable, easy to find your dot. This really helps your shooter. I used to stay away from these dots because of the price point. Man, the more I'm shooting this gun, I have previously shot it about 3 weeks ago. I've fallen in love with these SROs. I think they're bringing a lot to the table in terms of visibility and clear glass. So something to consider. It's not always about the price. Fit, appearance, finish, spectacular. Nothing to say. All metal, the presentation angle, very much like a SIG, not like a Glock. Comfortable. You're going to really enjoy shooting a Beretta. Pointable, very shootable. They feel great in the hand. This particular one has 8,000 rounds through it with 2 malfunctions. According to the owner, they were a failure to eject. And this is the G model. G model, just simple. It means a decocker, right? You go to reholster, you need to drop that hammer. There's no carrying. There's no safety here, so you can't do cocked and lock. So you're going to drop the hammer. That means you pull it out to defend your life. Shoot that target, run that drill. Your very first shot's going to be a double action. A nice smooth double action, however. And I think that's what I love about this. All right, this guy comes with 3 sizes, a full size, a Centurion style, and a compact. Centurion's about a 1/2 inch shorter, compact a little shorter than that. So pick your flavor, pick your colors, and rock and roll. In terms of red dot footprints, for you, I know we spoke about the SRO. This is the RMR footprint. You can get the Trijicon 509T as well as the Shield/Delta Point Pro, which I've been shooting a lot of those recently. And then the EPS. If you get the EPS, it's going to have a lower backup iron sight. So you've got your options. Average trigger pull weight, and I will show you. Let's pull out our gauge here. Average trigger pull weight is wonderful. It's not bad at all for double action. Watch this. We are smidge over 7 pounds for double action. Gosh, what's Glock? 6.5? Keep it in perspective, right? If you're not used to shooting revolvers, you're not used to shooting double actions, there is a learning curve. Let's switch it over to single action. All right, let's put single action. What do we got here? Tad under 3.4 pounds, 3.4 pounds. That is a fantastic single action break. Let's look at the trigger. So hold on, watch this. We'll go double action mode. A little bit of take up right here. I'm on. It's cycling the hammer. I'm probably at 90%. I'm at the wall now. Break. That was smooth. It didn't hurt my finger to pull double action or anything like that. Let's do single action. Take out the slack. Okay, we're back to the wall. Woo! All right, let's look at the reset. Letting it out, reset. I'm on the wall. A little bit of take up, back on that wall, push right through it. Ooh, butter. Really nice trigger. Extremely nice trigger. Even shooting double action. Really good. Okay, let's talk about recoil spring. You can get a steel guide rod. You can buy aftermarket recoil springs for your EDC, 14 pounds for your Centurion and your compact. Of course, when you're dealing with external hammers, we've got hammer springs as well. They're hand polished. You can buy those. Even if you have an original Beretta, you can buy any of Langdon's parts and they'll fit in there, okay? Hand polished there. There's a trigger bar. It gets them from Wilson Combat. They're in a black diamond-like carbon. It does reciprocate. Take a look there. All right, so you can purchase that as well. Back to the red dot optic. Langdon did some reverse engineering on the Beretta. Had to basically work with the top end of the slide with a firing pin, some of the other options, 3 or 4 other things in there. What I love about what he did is he had to make this SRO, this plate, go as far back as possible, yet the front of it, it'll clear that injection point or that breech face, so it's not protruding out. We've got upgraded serrations here. Beveled magwell for our easier reloading versus the standard. You can see that. We have an improved magazine release button. The original one, not so good. This one, knurled, extended, easy, no problem. You can drop mags, load mags. No problem, feels real good. Back straps, same thing. They've removed the lanyard loop. Grips, we've got thinner grips. These are the VZ LTT grips. And then our triggers. I don't know what type of coating this is, if that's NP3 or not, but this trigger is definitely feels good. A little more rounded edges, smoother to my finger. I appreciate that. Trigger guard, milled out a little bit for us. And then of course on the A1 frame, we've got ability to mount our weapon mounted lights. Let's go ahead and go to the front and look at barrels. Original M9, you're gonna have a protruded barrel there. This one's been cut down a tad. Comment down below. Tell me what type of barrel you think the LTT comes with. Don't cheat either. Don't cheat. We're just testing your competition knowledge. All right, time's up. This is a Target crown, Target competition crown. Kind of unique. You don't see that every day. I really like that. Front and rear serrations. And it is ambi on the decocker. But it's a little smaller on the side, so if you're a lefty, I find it more difficult. That's our quick rundown. All right, let me talk about some features that you can get online. If you have a regular Beretta, he's got a trigger job in a bag and get you 85% there. So it's for your 92, 96s, M9 series pistols. You can buy a trigger job in a bag, drop it in. It's one step below where he would do the manual fitting and polishing and stoning himself if you were to send it in, which is an option for you. So it'll get you pretty close and a very noticeable higher performance firing mechanism for a smoother, lighter trigger pull. You can get the optional NP3 coatings on things with this particular LTT if it's in stock. I probably would do that if I could afford it. And you can upgrade the hammer and things like that. And you obviously can get his trigger bar if you want that for your Beretta and your choice of 12, 13, 14 pound hammer springs. Respectively, they're going to give you between a 5 and a 6 pound, a 6 and a 7, 7, 7.5 double action pull. And then on your single action pull, you're going to be roughly around that 3.5, 4. So you're going to be good to go. That is your rundown on the pistol. You know what time it is. Let's go out and shoot it. Have some fun. We're at the range. Let me give you one more look at the Langdon Tactical Beretta. I do have some guys next door, so if we hear any shooting, bear with us. Nothing fancy on the ammo, 115 grain ball. We're gonna send it out to 30 feet. I've already got my splatter target out there, so wish me luck. First thing we're gonna do is shoot one round for accuracy right down the pipe. And I'm gonna shoot it double action mode. So let me get you in a good spot so that you guys can see. There's our Langdon Tactical Beretta with my one round. All right, I've got the hammer back. I'm gonna drop the decocker lever. Now we're in double action mode. Wish me luck. All right, let's bring it in. Man, it shot good, low recoil. All right, let's see what we got here. It felt good. Trigger broke well. Let's see. Oh yeah. Right down the pipe, guys. She's a beauty. Gosh, I'll take that X-ring all day. The aluminum frame absorbed the round excellently. I hardly felt it. It felt really good. no recoil. We'll send it back out to 30 feet. I've got a full mag here, so we'll put in this other magazine. Yeah, the double action, it was long, but nothing bad. Tell you what, shooting through this red dot, amazing. That one, I felt it. Easy to go fast. Woo. Let's bring it in. Wow. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. I'm super stoked. There we go. Some great shots. Look at that. This size group at 30. My goodness, my goodness. The Beretta performs extremely well. Go to 40. Again, as I said earlier, very shootable. The gun feels great. Single action. Excellent. I think Ernest Langdon has done a fantastic job on this gun. Pulled a couple, I felt it. Wow. Man, I'm very impressed. Great shooter. Oh yeah. I'm very pleased. Ooh. The Ernest Langdon Elite LTT shot really well. If you're a Beretta fan, I have no doubt you will enjoy this. And for anybody else that's kind of coming across this video, if you haven't shot one, you should definitely get your hands on one. If you have a buddy that has one, ask him to let you shoot it. You're really gonna appreciate it. It is a premium pistol. The refinements, the extra features, the competition add-ons that it does really modernizes it and brings home the performance of the pistol, really makes it blossom, something that we wish Beretta probably would have done a long time ago. Anyway, neither here nor there. This pistol performed excellently well. Remember, it's got 8,000 rounds through it. I'm sure it can go, has plenty of life, 2, 3, 4 times that in there. So let me know if you've ever shot one of these. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about the video. I took you through the history, my family history, went through the tabletop, we hit the range with it, performed extremely well. A thumbs up on the buy list, no doubt about it. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time, take care of yourselves. The Langdon Beretta M9 is a winner.